Hello everyone. So this is one of the basic question based on the binary logics. Okay. So for such type of question there is generally two methods. Okay. First one is the trigger sentence. What you have to find out, you have to find out the trigger sentence. In this particular question we cannot apply that method because for the trigger sentence you need exactly the sentence such as John is liar, okay, or John is an alternator, okay, or John is not an alternator, John is a truth teller. So if they mention that particular sentence, then you can use the trigger sentence and then you uh, use that particular method. Now here what we have to do, we have to try all the possible cases. So for especially what we can do, we have to just assume one as a truth teller. So if I assume that David is a truth teller, so I will assume that both of his sentences correct. Okay. So now what David is saying, Smith plays cricket. Since David is always telling the truth, so we can say that Smith is playing cricket. Okay, and I play football. So what David is playing? David is playing the football. So who is remaining? Okay, so John is the remaining and he must play volleyball. Now check the other sentence also. If they will contradict with each other, then this case will fail. If they will not contradict, then we can consider this case. Okay, so we assume that both of these sentences correct. Now I will check this one. I don't play volleyball, but he is playing the volleyball, right? According to the David. So this sentence becomes false. Okay. Now the third, David plays cricket. And what David is playing? David is playing football. So this sentence also false, right? Now I will consider this one. I don't play football, but he is playing cricket. So he is actually telling the truth, right? Now John play cricket. And what is John is playing? John is playing volleyball. So this is false. So you can see that he is truth teller, he is liar, and the other guy is the alternator, because he's what is alternator? Alternator, one time he speak truth, right, then false, then again truth, or he can first say false, then truth, then false. So he is the alternator. So we can see that his first sentence is truth and another one is false. So this case is valid because there is no contradiction here. So this case is valid for me, right? Now I will consider the another case. Guys, remember, for why you need to consider all the cases, if in the options they mention cannot determine or CBD, right? So pardon me for bad handwriting. Okay, so if they mention CBD, you must always check all the three possible cases. What is the three cases? We have to consider each of the guy, like David or John or Smith. One time I will consider him truth, then second time this guy, and third time this guy. So now this particular case, what I will do, I will assume that both of the John's statement is true, right? So now let's check if it will contradict anywhere or no. So I don't play volleyball. So John is not playing the volleyball. Okay, David play cricket. So I will write for the David that he is playing the cricket. And he is not playing volleyball, it means what he will play? He must play football. Okay, now check that is David's statement. Smith plays cricket, but according to this sentence, David is playing cricket, so this statement is false. I play football, so this statement also false. Now the third case, I don't play football, and according to this, he must play volleyball, right? So he don't play football, and so this is actually truth. Then John play cricket, and John is playing football, so this is false. So again you can see that he is a liar, he is a truth teller, and he is an alternator. So both the statement is still not contradicted here, so we will consider this case also. Now the third case, what I will assume? I will assume him as a truth teller. I will assume Smith as a truth teller. Now, okay, I don't play football, John play cricket. Okay, so where is John? I will mention John as he is playing cricket, because we are assuming that Smith is a truth teller, right? So, and I don't play football. Smith is saying I'm not playing football. It means what he is playing? He must play volleyball, and David must play football, right? Now we will check if this will contradict anywhere. Okay, so now we'll go here. Smith plays cricket. Smith is playing cricket? No, Smith is playing volleyball. So this statement is false. Now I play football. He is playing football, so he is telling truth, right? Now for the John, I don't play volleyball. Yes, it's truth, because he is playing the cricket, and he is mentioning here that I don't play volleyball. David play cricket, and David is what he is playing? David is playing football, so this is false. But as you can check the condition here, each of them belongs to group among truth teller, liar, and alternator. So from this statement you can see one lie, one truth, one lie, one truth. So both are alternators. So where is liar? So it's contradicted our condition, right? So this is not the case. So I will not assume this one as a case, and only this one is two valid cases for me. Okay, so now we will consider the questions. So you can easily answer the question based on this one. Like if for how many questions I can make, like who is playing cricket? Okay, so in the first case, who is playing cricket? Smith is playing. In the second case, David is playing. So in basically we cannot decide, we cannot determine who is actually playing the cricket. Now the second, who is an alternator? So for the alternator you can see he is truth teller in first case, but John is truth teller in the second case, and John is liar in the first case, and David is the truth liar in the second case. But in the both cases Smith is the alternator, so you can easily answer that Smith is the alternator. The third question, if they will ask who is liar or who is playing football in the ball, who is playing volleyball, right? So such type of question, because it's opposite in both the cases, so you cannot answer. So in that particular situation cannot be determined will be the answer. I hope this will solve your problem. Thank you.